Gwen, sorry to bother you. Are you at home right now?
I'm home. What's wrong, Mom?
Today, your dad is going to get Cameron from school, right?
Yes? Is he not able to go today now?
That's what it looks like. So I was wondering if instead of him, could you go and get Cameron from school?
Sure. In just 1 hour, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry for always having to ask you.
Why are you apologizing to me, Mom? It's Dad's fault that he didn't keep his promise to you.
I'm sure it is his fault. But I'm not able to go and get Cameron either, so I feel a little at fault here as well.
But when you're home, you always go and get him from school every time. Whenever Dad's supposed to be home, he never sticks around the house and then breaks his promise of going to get Cameron.
It's really not a good thing to break promises like your dad does. But I think the reason for it is your dad's job. He's a lot more busy than we think. But that does not mean he gets a pass to not always keep his promise, and then ends up having to go and get your brother. I'm really sorry for asking you again.
I don't mind at all. How about this? How about if I have to start getting him more often, you and Dad start paying me more for my allowance? I would be very happy.
Well, right now it's a bit of an emergency, so I'm not sure you get a raise. But your dad and I do expect a lot from you sometimes. I guess we'll give you a bit more money.
Yay! Now that I'll get a bit more money each month, I want to help out more. Whenever you need help with anything, like getting Cameron, just let me know so I can go get him.
I already feel like we're asking too much from you, so don't ask us for any more, alright? Anyway, thank you for going to get Cameron. It's starting to get darker earlier, so make sure you come right back home after you get him. Avoid any weird-looking people, please.
Alright. The elementary school is only a few minutes away, so we'll be back very soon. And I'll carry my whistle just in case.
I think by the time you both get back to the house, I'll be getting home from work as well.
Then I'll make sure to start toasting our bread for dinner tonight.
Thank you. Once I'm home, I'll start to make dinner right away.
Anais, sorry. I'm gonna be late again today.
Sean, again with this? Tomorrow we all have plans to wake up really early with the kids and take them to the amusement park, right?
Don't worry. I'll make sure to make it home on the last bus.
We have to drive tomorrow, so are you sure you'll be alright getting that little sleep tonight?
Then, could I ask you to drive all of us to the amusement park tomorrow? On the way back home, I'll drive for us.
That's fine, I guess. Sean, I want you to start putting a little more thought into what you've been doing recently. I understand that you're busy with work and all that, but I feel like you're leaving me in charge of too many things at home.
I'm really sorry.
For the past couple of years, you've slowly started to do less and less at home, huh? The last time you had me doing things for you with the kids, I ended up giving Gwen more money to help me out.
What? Was she asking for me?
Asking for me? Come on, Sean. I want to know why we're getting her so involved in so many of the chores. I've asked you many times before to do chores yourself, and you've told her to do them for you as well. You and I are both working full-time right now, right? And we decided that if we're both going to continue to work, then we both still need to be responsible for all the chores and tasks at home. The both of us cannot be asking our kids to do some or all of our chores right now for us. They're still too young for that, and they should be focusing on playing and learning at school.
But Gwen is in 5th grade now. I think she's far better at taking care of the chores than I am now. I think by having her do all these things for myself and you, she'll be far more prepared for her future. When she has to go and live on her own. Things like that.
Gwen has already been doing far too much, so you don't need to be worried about her future now. And you're right, she's in 5th grade now, but that's only 5th grade. Don't keep using her to do your chores and paying her for that when she needs to be focused on being a kid. She's not at the age yet where she needs to be worried about doing chores and making money from it.
I get that.
I'm having to tell you all of this because you don't get it. Also, the other day when you told me you were coming home late from work, you were out drinking, right?
What? I was working that night.
Well, one of our neighbors told me they saw you out on the streets bar hopping that night.
Drinking is another part of the job, Anais. Unlike women in the workplace, going out for drinks is very important.
Going out occasionally to drink with your coworkers isn't a problem, but please do not call that a part of working. Especially when you start using that as a way of forcing me and the kids to do more chores. I want you to start thinking about this family again as we continue to move forward.
All right already. From now on, I'll try to be home from work a little earlier.
Please do that. And another thing, at the end of this month I have a business trip. During that time while I'm away, you're going to be at the house every time you're not at the office, right?
Sure. You'll be gone on Friday and Saturday, right? That'll be fine. I'll make sure to come home right after I'm done with work. And on Saturday, I'll take the kids with me. We could go have fun somewhere.
And if things do become tough for you, you can always call my mom and have her take care of the kids. Are you sure you'll be all right?
I told you I'm fine. Please, just trust me a little.
I'm asking things like that right now because it's becoming harder to trust you, Sean.
While you're away on that little business trip, I'll be coming home. All right?
As long as it's the truth. When I'm home from work tomorrow, I'm going to start getting ready for my trip. Anyway, I think we're all going to be in bed by the time you get home tonight. What are you going to do for dinner?
I'll stop by somewhere and pick something up to eat.
Sounds good. I'll leave the water in the bath for you if you want to get in when you get home. Good luck with work today, and try to make it home sooner rather than later tonight. Hey, Sean? Is everything all right there?
What? Over here? Why do you ask?
I'm asking because right now there's a massive amount of rain coming through, right?
Well, I suppose it's been raining a lot this morning. But what about all this rain?
There is a lot of rain, right? I was just watching the TV in my hotel room before getting to work, and they're saying that it's going to be the biggest storm we'll have received in a decade. And it's looking like our area is going to be hit the worst.
Well, things are fine here. The river's looking a bit wild, but I'm sure that's all fine. There's still a bit of distance between us and the river, so nothing's going to happen.
Are you sure? On the news, there are videos coming in of that river beginning to really overflow now.
I told you, everything's fine.
How are the kids?
They're playing out in the rain right now. Cameron's having a blast out there.
There are some reports of flooding beginning to happen in the area. Are you sure the house is going to be okay?
Nothing's happening here. By the way, you're going to be getting home from your trip around 8 p.m. tonight, right? How's your work been going? Is the weather pretty bad over there as well?
Right now, the weather is just fine here. There have been a few drizzles, but the weather forecast says the clouds will be out of here by noon. Right now, all the trains and buses and everything are still running. But I'm worried about how things will be around you guys. I hope that everything will be all right by the time I get back home.
I think everything will be just fine here. Just know that the three of us here will be fine as we relax and watch this storm roll through. Can't really go out anywhere right now, right?
That's true. Just make sure to keep an eye on the kids as they play outside for me. And if you guys see any signs of danger coming, then please make sure to get out of there and get to a safer place.
You really get yourself too worked up over simple things like the storm. This kind of rain is nothing. I'm sure by the time you're on your way home, nothing will have changed here.
Are you sure? Things sound really bad on the news right now, and that's why I'm a bit worried. But as long as you're all okay, then I'll be fine. I guess just continue taking care of the kids for me, please. I'll see you tonight.
Mom, what should I do? Right now things are not okay here.
Gwen, what's happened over there?
Mom, come help us. There's a bunch of water coming into the house right now. The garage and the front door are all full of water right now. I made sure to move all of our things away from them, but I don't know what else to do. I can't stop the water. The first floor is going to get all wet.
There's water coming into the house? Where's your dad? What is he doing right now?
Dad never came home last night.
What? Dad never came home?
Yes, he told me he had some work to do, but then he told me to keep it all a secret from you.
You're kidding me.
I'm sorry, Mom. He told me that he'd give me more money as long as I kept it a secret. I told him I promised to keep it a secret.
Is that what happened?
I'm so sorry, Mom. It's because of me that this house is getting really wet right now. What should I do?
You're going to be fine. Now, none of this is your fault, okay, Gwen? I'll make sure to do something about all of that so you can just calm down.
But you're not coming home right now.
I'm going to tell your grandma right now that you and your brother are still in the house, okay? And I'll make sure to call the police about this as well. Go and get your brother right now, and you both go upstairs and wait in your bedroom, okay?
Okay, I'll go get him. Is there anything I should bring up with me to my room?
I just want you to make sure you bring your brother up there with you. I want you both as far away from that water as possible, So right now, you both get up to your room, please.
Okay, I'll make sure to take good care of Cameron.
Thank you, Gwen. But make sure to take care of yourself too, please. I don't want you to do anything dangerous. There will be adults coming to the house really soon to get you, so just wait for them upstairs, please.
Anais, I'm so very sorry. I want to talk with you one more time. Could you please come back to this house for me?
I have no reason to go back there.
I really did not think things would end up this way. I totally understand that I messed up and to blame for all of this. But I don't think we need to get a divorce. I don't want to.
You left both our kids at home during a bad storm and went off to be with your other woman, right? Only the first floor ended up flooding due to the rain, but things could have ended a lot more tragically for our kids. What would you have done then? How would you have taken responsibility for them getting hurt or even worse, drowning? Had the fire department not come to get them from the house, they would have been in that freezing cold house with no power all night.
I didn't think that the flood would be able to get that close to the house.
I can tell that, Sean. You weren't around to notice anything because you were at your girlfriend's apartment, so you had no clue what was happening at home.
I was thinking of heading back home that morning to go be with the kids, but I wasn't able to get there due to the roads being all flooded. I was surprised. At that time, I really wondered about what the hell I had done. I want to apologize to both Gwen and Cameron, please. Please, let me see the two of them.
Once we get this divorce, you can see them.
I told you I don't want a divorce, though.
Right now, both the kids can tell that you've done something really bad this time and no longer want to see you. I already talked with them about how you weren't their dad anymore, and they didn't seem to mind that.
Did you talk to them about how I cheated on you?
Not yet, but I'm sure Gwen is already aware of that. That kid is a real gem. She happens to be smarter than both you and I combined.
I see. She's already in the 5th grade now, huh? But from now on, I'll do better. As both a husband and a father, I'll make sure to put you all first. So please, rethink getting this divorce.
Do you have any idea what you've put the kids and I through?
I do.
If you did, then you wouldn't be asking for us to give you a second chance right now. You would understand that what you've done is terrible and cannot be forgiven by us. You lied to me and cheated, as well as lied to the kids about going to work. And all of that led to both our kids being put in direct danger and almost losing their lives. Do you understand that?
But this time things really spiraled out of control on me. I did not think what I had done would cause so many issues for you all. All of our time living in that house, and there's never once been any flooding issues.
I don't care what you thought would and wouldn't happen. Had there been an adult at the house with the two of them, then things would have been a lot different. And besides, had there not been a storm and all that flooding, leaving both our little kids at home like that alone all night and into the next day is dangerous. This is why I asked you to stay home with the kids, Sean. This is why.
I'm sorry. I promise that from now on, I'll never do anything like that again.
Because there won't be a from now on for you. Not with this family, that is. Had you actually left the house for work, then I might actually be willing to forgive you somewhat. But the reason you were gone is because you were at another woman's place plowing her.
I am so sorry about that. But things between her and I aren't serious.
You think that because things weren't serious, you could do whatever you wanted? After taking a look at your phone when you handed it to me, you had been talking to that woman for over a year now. Right now, I really want to know what all my hard work was for in this family. Doing everything for you while you got to go out and get pussy from another woman who wasn't your dang wife.
I've made sure to break up with her.
Who cares about that, Sean? You think that gives me reason to forgive you now?
That's not what I think, but I'm not going to cheat anymore. I know that what I did was terrible and I regret it all. When I came home to the house being half flooded and not being able to find the kids, I was scared. I was afraid I just lost the both of them.
Huh? What the hell is this, Sean? Why are you trying to act like I should feel sorry for you now? You were the one that chose to go to your girlfriend's house that night and leave both our kids in danger. You can't start making yourself out to be the victim of all this as well when you were the one that caused it all. I should be the one everyone feels bad for right now, not you. Had I never been contacted by Gwen that day, I would have trusted that you were home with them. She was scared, probably more scared than you were. And since that day, Cameron hasn't been able to sleep on his own.
I'm so sorry.
Stop it with the apologies already. We all know you care more about your girlfriend than you do us. That's all.
You and the kids are the most important people to me! Had I known that something like this could happen, I would have never gone over to her place that night!
So you would have gone over to her house as long as everything was fine then? I see. So you really do only care about her unless things start to get dicey and you're worried about your wife and kids leaving you, right? I'm tired of all your stupid excuses, Sean.
I'm sorry, but from now on, I'll only be thinking about you and the kids. So please don't leave me!
Listen, Sean, what you did that time with the kids was a major problem and cannot be forgiven. But you having cheated on me is the reason I want this divorce. Do you understand that? The reason things have ended up this way is because you have cared more about that woman than the 3 of your immediate family members. I know that for a fact, and you should too.
I really messed up badly this time. Please forgive me for that. I will never cheat on you again.
You have shown me that you only try to care about the family when it will benefit yourself. Besides that, you don't really care to have any of us around you. Whenever you make promises to us, you break them, and you do that because you only care about what you want to do. You won't do all of that anymore, so you expect me to forgive you now? Bullcrap. I would like you to think that this divorce is something you helped make.
No way! Having all of you leave my house like that, I still have a loan to pay off. Having the both of us working this whole time made paying it off a whole lot easier for me. You can't leave like this.
Huh? Is it okay to be talking about that loan of yours right now? I knew it. You only care about yourself and nothing else. It's because of the choices you've made that this divorce is happening.
Wait, I'm sorry about that. I'm just really freaking out right now is all. That's not what I wanted to say. It's just what I've been thinking is all. I'm sorry.
Shut the hell up, Sean. I am the one that's freaking out right now, you idiot. But I've made sure not to act out like you because I know better than to act like a selfish child right now. Do you have any idea how much pain I am in right now? How much anger I am having to hold back on after being cheated on, learning that my kids almost died and that they left them here to die as their father? You know dang well you have no right to moan about yourself right now. So shut the hell up and let's get on with this.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
Apologize all you want, but it's not going to change anything. I had been warning you about things like this all along, yet you never bothered to heed any of them. If it really takes losing your family as a father to learn just how important we all were to you, then perhaps you should have never had a family to begin with. There is no way I'll ever be able to trust you again. So go ahead and continue thinking about nothing but yourself and do whatever you'd like. From that, Sean and I had a few more talks before the divorce was finally decided on by the both of us. I was able to get both a settlement from him and child support until my kids are both 18, so there's nothing left I need from him. As for the woman he'd been cheating on me with, she happened to be a partner to the company he worked in. She had been going out with him as a sort of informal agreement to keep doing business with him and the company, but after he broke up with her, she went crazy and told his company she'd no longer work with him. This then led to the company going off on Sean for what he'd been doing, and soon everyone in the office learned about what had happened to him. As of right now, Sean is not able to converse with anyone within the company, nor outside of it, as they've all told him how much they despise him for what he'd done. So he's stuck sitting in his empty house most days, doing nothing more than wasting his time away while thinking about that loan he has to pay off. He did start asking to see his kids at least once a month, just to see how they were doing. I agreed to that as long as he no longer did anything stupid around them, like losing his job at that company or going out with another woman in front of them. But of course, after one attempt at letting him see the kids, he made some stupid comment to me, and that ended any chance of him ever getting to see them again. They're going to grow up knowing that their father was an idiot, and I hope that Sean is aware of that, as he learns to regret all of the things he's done to hurt us. As for the kids and myself, we all moved into a house close to my parents' house outside of the city. Until Cameron, my youngest, gets into middle school, I'm going to be having my parents come over here to care for them while I'm at work. I'm sure this might bother my parents some and take a lot of their time away, but I want to make sure that my kids are being cared for. And to make sure that my daughter doesn't have to do as many chores and tasks as she was left with before, I tell her that she can have fun all day by the time I get home from work and that on weekends she can just relax or go out with her friends. I'm not sure whether I can call the way things are now as happy, but I'm sure that in terms of getting myself and my 2 kids, things are a lot better than they would have been with Sean around. I know that even though they're both still young, a divorce like this one will stick in their minds forever, so as they get older, I want to be there for them to support their mental health. I know it's going to be a difficult road ahead for myself as a single mother, but as long as both my kids are able to smile, I'll be just fine. I'm still a bit shocked by being cheated on and stabbed in the back by my ex, but in order to forget all about that stuff, I just need to keep moving forward.
Anika, before I get home this afternoon, I'd like you to have the whole house cleaned up. I noticed that in the bathtub there was some mold forming as well, so I'd like for you to have that all bleached and ready to go as well by the time I'm home.
Sorry about that. I'll make sure to get all that mold out of there today. But I'm sure if I clean right now, things will only start to get dirty again.
Why would that happen?
Well, the kids are playing a lot during the day, and it'll lead to things getting all messy again. No matter how often I clean up after them, things just go back to being messy again within an hour.
And cleaning all of that mess up is your job, right?
I can clean all I want, but things aren't going to change just from me cleaning. The moment I clean, things just become a mess again.
Then how about you tell the kids to stop making such a mess all the time? You're being too kind to those two. Kay is 5 years old now, and Kyle is 3, right? They're at the age now where you can tell them to stop making a mess and they'll understand that.
I understand that they're both getting older. Kay might listen to me, but a 3-year-old like Kyle most definitely will not. The moment I try telling him to stop doing something, he'll think that I'm just being loud and won't understand that all I want is to keep things tidy is all.
Well, if you make him cry, then I'm sure he'll listen to you then. I think you're being too kind to those two when you need to be putting your foot down. You and I are their parents. You yell at them to do the right things, and if they don't listen to you, then you ground them.
I can't just go and yell at them like that. There are times where they might even start to cry over things like that outside.
Well, you can't be worried about that. You just need to ignore all their whining and crying and let them learn that we will not be swayed by it. And who cares if they want to cry outside?
I just don't want other people thinking anything's wrong here. And leaving our kids outside crying like that isn't a good look for either of us as parents. The number one worst thing you can do to a child is both yell at them and then ignore how they react to that.
Kyle is only 3 years old. He won't care that you're ignoring him after being yelled at. He'll forget about it all later.
This isn't about him forgetting it all or not. He has a heart, and so does Kay.
Well, if you're gonna keep acting like you have no way of putting them in line, then you're just gonna have to deal with them both doing as they please around you. I just wanna make sure you have the house clean by the time I'm home. I'm tired after having to work every day of the week. Yet recently, there have been plenty of days where I have to come home to a dirty house, and there not being any food on the table yet. If you don't start to get all those things done, then I'm gonna get really upset.
I'm sorry.
All the wives around me seem to be doing everything properly. I was shown by one of my coworkers the room that his wife has cleaned up for him in his house. Their place looks amazing and beautiful every day that he gets home from work. I'm talking about Carson's wife, by the way. They happen to have a kid and a cat as well, yet the house is amazingly well kept. Isn't that wonderful? Yet look at the house I have. 2 kids always making messes, and you never being around to clean any of it up on time. I have no idea why you can't do even the most simple of things like those other wives can.
I am trying my best right now.
And you trying your best is only worth half of what a wife can normally do. What the hell are you doing all day? I mean, you're at the house all day long, aren't you? I bet you just sit around and nap all day, right?
I'm not. I'm trying my hardest over here to keep this place in check.
Then this must mean you're just not cut out to be a housewife like the rest of the women in this town. Ugh. I wish I would have found myself a better woman to marry.
Please don't say something like that. Right now, I have Kay going to preschool for half the day, and come next year, I can get both her and Kyle to go. As of right now, having kids in the house and a list of chores as big as long as you've asked me for, it's not always easy handling both of these things at the same time.
And I'm telling you that all those other wives are doing it. How many times are you going to have me say this? You really are no good. Well, whatever. My break is almost over now, so there's nothing left that I can say now. I just want the house cleaned up today by the time I get home. If you can't do that for me today, then you really will no longer be considered a human in my house.
Baylor, since when did you leave the house? If you're going to leave the house, please let me know. I was going to ask that you take care of the kids for a little bit today.
Huh? I have the day off work today.
Well, I understand that. Hence why I wanted you to take care of them for me today. Since when was the last time you took them to play with them? That's why I was talking with you about how on your next day off, you should take them somewhere to go and play with you, right?
That was something you were hoping for. I never said I cared about it. Stop trying to make everything about you, all right? I happen to have plans of my own going on.
I was never going to ask you to take any of the chores, but you should at least be helping me out with the kids, Baylor. I think that these past few months you haven't been doing a good enough job of being their father.
The reason for that is because both the chores and taking care of the kids is the housewife's job, right? Who is it that's allowing you to live in such a nice life again?
I am very thankful that you're making the money that allows our family to live happily. But it's not just because of you that we all get to have this life, right? I've been the one doing all the chores and taking care of our kids, and that's led us all being happy and healthy as well. You're not thankful for any of that?
What are you going on about? In this world, you are worth nothing to those of us that actually contribute something to society.
You're saying I'm worth nothing to you then?
That's right. What the hell has a housewife like you done? You think by just sitting around the house all day, you're making money?
I happen to think that being a housewife is a very important job. We don't get to take breaks and work 24/7 to make sure everything around the house is going well.
You really think that's a good enough reason for being deemed important? But look, you do get breaks, right? You're sleeping at night, and you have time during the day to just sit around. I would really like you to stop comparing yourself to those of us that actually have to work our butts off in the real world, okay?
But when I go to sleep, there are always times that I need to wake up and tend to whatever the kids want from us.
You're sleeping perfectly fine, Anika. So tell me, what was that again? You have to wake up at night to help the kids? I don't think an excuse like that is gonna cut it for someone who doesn't work. To everyone looking at you from the outside, your hard work is nothing more than child's play.
You really don't have to talk about what I do like that.
If I don't tell you how it is, then you'll never understand. Listen, if you actually want me to listen to you, then get a job and make some money for once. Show me that you're not a total waste of my time.
I'm already having to care for our kids all by myself, Baylor. How am I supposed to get a job when I have to care for them? If I find a job, then I'll need someone to watch after Kyle for part of the day. Can't you understand that right now I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place?
Well, if you're stuck, then you shut up and do as you've been told. Take care of the chores of the kids. That's all you're good for. You don't want me having to throw you out of this house, right? You wouldn't want to have to take those two with you and give them a life of poverty, right?
You're telling me that you'd throw both our kids out along with me.
Well, if you want to leave, I don't see why they wouldn't go along with you. Honestly, getting rid of the three of you would make me very lucky.
I see. You really have changed from the Baylor I once knew. Or perhaps this is how you've always been and I was just blinded by love.
What are you talking about now? This is all because you keep running your mouth about things you have no idea about, right? If you just shut up and do what you're supposed to do, then I'd never complain.
All right. I won't bother you about anything else now.
Doing that for me would be a huge help. I'm the one that's using my time and energy to keep you three around, after all. And that also means I don't want you forgetting that I could throw you three away whenever I'd like.
Baylor, I'm taking the kids with me and leaving, and we will not be coming back here.
Huh? You're all leaving? What are you talking about?
I cannot live with you any longer. You never do any of the chores or care for our kids, and you just go out and do whatever you like instead. And when the house is just a little bit messy, you throw a fit like the rest of the world is going to end because of it. If you are so upset by the house being messy, then you help clean it up instead of being a witch all the time.
Taking care of the house is your job, though, right? I'm not making you do everything there. You just hate having to work is all.
I did not marry you to become your slave, Baylor. I don't need a husband like you, and the kids don't need a father like you. I really think that after today, you'll find a way to fix the monster you've become. I want you to learn just how nice of a wife I was for you after I'm gone.
You? Why are you throwing a fit now? Don't think that a woman like you with no merit can start speaking her mind like that. It's your job to take care of the kids and the house. You're a housewife after all. You can start to complain when you get a job, you idiot.
I am working, and that's why I've been complaining. So would you stop being a frickin' dick to me now? I have been working a job for months now, Baylor. When you started to call me useless and all that, I went and found myself a job. You told me you'd never listen to me unless I had myself a job, and so that's what I did.
There's no way you're working a job right now. You told me because you have Kyle in the house half the day, you can't go out to work, right?
I did say that, and that's why I got myself a job working remotely. Of course, I can't care for Kyle all the time while working, so I have my mom come during the day to help out.
I never heard anything about this!
That's because I never told you.
What the hell are you doing hiding things like that from me? Why did you decide to get a job without asking? What do you think you're doing running away from my support?
I want to get away from relying on you, and that's why I got this job. I want to get a divorce from you.
A divorce? What kind of bullcrap is that? You think because you work remotely now you can take care of 2 kids on your own? I'm sure you're just making pocket change with that kind of job, right?
Not at all. Right now, I'm making $2,500 a month with this work. That's enough to get you to shut up, right? Of course, there will also be the child support coming from you for these 2 every month as well. I will be going back to my parents' house for a while, so by having them help me out, I'll have even more time to work and will be making even more money.
Hey, are you really working right now?
That's what I've been telling you. I don't need you to take care of me anymore. I'm taking the kids and leaving this hell. You're not going to complain about that though, right? You said that by having the 3 of us leave, you'd be lucky, right?
Wait, I'll come home early today. We could take a moment to talk about all of this in person.
You want to talk about things now after learning that this divorce is going to happen? Talking this all over isn't going to change things for you now. I'm going back to my parents' house now. I want out of this place as soon as freaking possible, all right? So give it up and be happy with the luck you had today.
Anika, wait! I'll come home right now. I'm asking you to please wait for me!
Baylor, have you finished signing all that paperwork for me? I have a lot of things to do myself after you're done, so would you please hurry that up and hand it in for me?
Anika, are you really not coming back here?
I asked if you signed those papers or not, Baylor. If you don't get that taken care of soon, I'll have this brought to the courthouse and let my lawyer handle you instead. Is that what you want? That'll all be a lot more trouble for you than it's worth. After all, you were so lucky to have this happen to you.
Anika, please come back. I've made some mistakes.
Too late for that crap, mister. How many years was it that you had me doing all the chores in the house and taking care of both kids on my own? You never once came home to do anything with them for me. And when you found even the tiniest speck of food on the ground or a toy too far away from the kids' play area, you flipped out. And those last few weeks, you went off on me about how I'm nothing to this society and I'm useless.
I want to take all that back. I know now that it's because you were there for me that I got to live a happy life. I was taking advantage of you.
You sure as hell were, you bastard. Always leaving your socks on the floor, and you would never clean up your dishes after you ate. After shaving, you just leave the sink a mess, and after blowing your nose, you just leave your tissue on the counter. You'd make me pay for all the cleaning supplies, and when you were done in the shower, you just leave your towel and dirty clothing on the floor. Which is screwed up considering even the 3-year-old knows how to put his clothing in the laundry hamper for me after a bath. You were the one making your own dang house a mess that whole time.
Come home to me already. This past week, nobody's been home to clean for me and my allergies have gone wild.
Then clean the freaking place yourself, asshole.
But I'm tired when I get home from work. After eating something for dinner, I don't have any time.
Well, everyone I know who lives on their own is able to clean up their own place after working. Oh, that's right. You never lived on your own because you never left your parents' house, did you? You had your mom do everything for you because you were useless.
This place is a mess, and all I've been eating is TV dinner, so my stomach is a mess as well. I'm starting to feel like I'm getting a cold now, too.
Good. And what do you want me to do about all that? You're an adult now, so you handle that yourself. I can't believe your whole life is crashing down around you now, considering nothing ever changed in your life. I mean, I'm worthless to this world, so me leaving with the kids shouldn't have affected you this badly, right?
Please don't pick on me like that now. From now on, I'll work on being a better husband. I'll help with all the chores and raising the kids. So would you please just come home?
Helping with the chores is one thing, but the fact that you're offering to help me raise your dang kids really pisses me off. You were the one that got me pregnant with them. But who cares about all that anyway now? It's not like you were helping out with them would benefit me any. Do you even know how to play with kids?
I do. I can help with them. As long as you teach me what to do, I'll do it.
You need me to teach you how to raise your own kids? Are you not even able to make up games to play with them in your own head? You want to know how I handle all this when I didn't know what to do? I used technology and I looked it all up. You seem to even be more stupid than a housewife like me was.
Don't say things like that.
You said crap like that to me, you frickin' asshole. You're an idiot.
I'm sorry.
Bull. You never did a frickin' thing for this family besides work a 9 to 5, and yet you were the only one allowed to talk. I can't believe I made it as far as I did with you without ever taking you off the face of this planet. It would have been one thing had I just had to do all the chores, but I was tasked with doing all the chores and raising 2 kids all day and night. Do you have any idea how tough that all was?
I never thought doing chores could be that difficult. I had no other choice at the time, right? I had never lived on my own before, so I never had to clean myself.
Don't you freaking dare use that as an excuse. I have been asking you forever to help me out, and yet you never once listened to me and came to my aid.
Because I didn't think you were really being that serious then.
I'm kind of glad you never knew how to do anything at home. Had you known how hard things like chores were, you might have started to thank me for my work and I would have only tried harder. But you just assumed that it was my job to do everything in the house for you. And when one thing was out of line, you went haywire, right?
I had just been wanting you to try a little harder at the time.
I was trying my hardest, dang it! But even with all my effort, you still felt as though you could treat me like a slave and compare me to all those other families who are doing better than us. It made me sad the way you compared me to all of them. I was trying my hardest in order to make both you and the kids happy. Yet you told me I was useless and didn't even mean anything to you.
I'm so sorry about that.
Stop freaking apologizing to me, you idiot! You're supposed to be happy about me taking the kids and leaving you.
I finally started to understand how hard you work for me. Yet, even though I'm now starting to realize your importance to me, you want a divorce? That's so hurtful of you.
Huh? Shut the hell up, you big hypocrite! You said that you would be lucky if I took the kids and left you, so here you freaking go. And I'm not coming back to you now because that would only make you upset again.
I only said that because I was a little pissed off at the time. That wasn't really what I wanted to say.
Whether it was what you wanted to say or not, you hurt me really badly then. You made me think to myself just how stupid I've been for staying married to you and working my life away to try to make you happy. After all the crap you've put me through, don't expect me to ever come back to you ever again.
Anika, I'm really sorry.
Stop it!
I'll change though. I'll become a good husband and a good father. I won't make you take care of everything on your own anymore.
Those words. You told me all those things back when I just had Kay.
What? No way. I really mean all of this now. Starting now, I'm never going to break this promise to you.
Stop, Baylor. You really have my blood boiling now. I don't care that you want me back now. You're only putting on that sad, pouty face in order to get me to come home to you because you know you can't take care of yourself without me. I told you I wouldn't bother you with anything anymore, right? All those apologies, those fake promises to me, they're all garbage. I would never live with a monster like you again, Baylor. I'm cutting ties with your useless ass, and it's going to make the kids and I feel so much happier. A few days after that, Baylor finally gave up trying to get me to come back home to him and he signed all the divorce papers. He then went and handed it all into the courthouse and the hell-filled relationship I had with him was over with. Of course, to the kids, he's still going to be their father, but they'll never have to live with a man-child like that again and are safe in my home. After the divorce, Baylor left that pigsty he made for himself and went back to his parents' house. But both of his parents heard about the reason why the divorce had taken place, so the moment he walked into their house, his mom told him to get lost. After that, his mom called me over the phone and apologized for all that her son had done, but I told her to stop all of that. Had she raised her son right and either made him responsible for his chores or kicked him out to live on his own, none of this would have happened to me. But it doesn't really matter to me now what happened in his life, as him and I are no longer married to one another. I've heard that recently, due to the terrible state of the house he's living in, Baylor's allergies have gotten worse and he's no longer able to go anywhere besides work in the house. I ended up getting many texts from him after the divorce about how he was sorry again and he was lonely without me and the kids, so I blocked him and got on with my life of being a mother. I don't give a crap what happens to my ex, just as long as he's able to keep paying child support to me for the next 15 years. That's the only thing I want from him now. Besides that, there will never be another instance of him and I sharing the same moment or anything together. When things come to myself in life after returning to my parents' house with the kids, I went and got myself a new job. Being a remote worker has its ups, but it also has plenty of downs, so I wanted to find a job that was a little more reliable. Right now, the job I found happens to understand the troubles of being a mother quite a lot, so I'm able to be at work as often as I can, while also having the freedom to head home at any moment for the kids. Luckily, with the support of my parents, though, I don't have to do any of that all too often. I am sure there will be plenty of difficult things to come for my family and I, but thankfully those next times will not include a jerk like Baylor. From now on, I'm going to do all that I can to make a home in which both my very important kids and my loving and supportive parents will all be happy, and I don't have to be as stressed as I was before.
Peter, this is about Sky and what I think she should be learning. Do you think that you and I can talk about it one more time?
Huh? Why?
Well, she's only 3 years old, and right now there are 3 things she's learning about, right? I don't think we should be trying to teach her many more things right now because she's still so young, so I wanted to rethink the plan. It doesn't even look like she's having any fun learning right now as it is.
I told you this before, we need to teach her sooner rather than later. Back when I was around her age, I was learning about all sorts of things, and that's the reason why I'm currently working for a very amazing company.
And I'm sure that's the case for you. But I don't think it's good to force her to do things that she's obviously not liking at the moment. She's already told me before that she doesn't like going to learn piano. I think we should let up a little bit on this whole teaching her everything so soon in life thing.
I'm sure that within no time her attitude will change regarding piano. She's just 3 years old after all, and she's got a lot of time to start enjoying it. So stop getting all worked up over it, okay? Also, you're supposed to be the one in charge of caring for her if she's feeling bad since you're her mother after all.
But it's not just her saying she doesn't want to go because she doesn't feel like it. I don't think she likes being forced to go.
Would you please just throw that spoiled view that you have about everything away? Sky is not you. I get that you're both girls, but she'll also have my genes, so she'll be alright.
Don't say that.
I'm just being honest. We were supposed to be having a boy anyway. Then they would have been completely like me, and then we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. But instead, you kept on telling my mom that it might be a girl, and for a while my mom didn't even want to see you for that.
Well, at the time, Sky was still in my belly, so there was no telling if she was a boy or girl without an ultrasound. And when we did go and get that ultrasound, the doctor told us that Sky was a girl, so I don't understand why your mom continued to say she was a boy that whole time. Anyway, we don't need to talk about what happened then anymore. What I want to focus on here is not forcing Sky to do things she doesn't enjoy. She happens to like drawing pictures and making things with her hands.
Are you trying to tell me that any of those things will lead to anything in her future? Oh man, don't tell me that you want her to start learning about drawing and painting pictures more now. I will not have any kid of mine make a fool out of themselves when their older selves are trying to make a career drawing stupid pictures.
Then why are you having her learn to play the piano? Playing an instrument is another form of art.
Listen to me, if a woman does not learn how to play the piano, then they're a failure from the start. All my female coworkers all know how to play the piano, and even you can play the piano, right?
And that's because I play the piano for my class at school.
Look, it can be plenty useful when it comes to work.
And when it comes to drawing and making crafts, those 2 things can also be useful when it comes to work. Sky is still very young, and who knows what kind of potential she has. I think forcing her to do the things we want her to do is not the best course of action right now.
She's 3 years old, okay? She is not worried about the things that you're all scared of.
I think she is, though. And very soon here, she's going to be 4.
Who cares? She's so young right now that by the time she's an adult, she'll just forget about ever feeling upset or scared.
I'm sure she won't remember all the feelings she's having right now. But I don't want her only memories from this point in time to be those of sadness and discomfort.
You really do sound like a preschooler right now. You don't have to be so sensitive about these things, so just give it a break.
Don't make fun of me. I am being serious about all of this. Also, Peter, when it comes to the way you treat Sky, you're very strict. When she acts a little bit differently from what you want, you ask her to take a time out in the closet. And when I'm not looking, you yell at her, don't you?
It's her fault for not listening to me.
I'm not sure how many more times I need to say this, but Sky is only 3 years old.
Well, my mom is getting on me now about having her try to start learning everything, so I'm not gonna let her quit piano class or anything else. Now would you please stop taking away my time with all this boring crap?
This is not boring crap. I understand that she is still very childish, so we don't have to be all that worried yet. But even kids have a mind of their own and a will.
Right now, I'm going back to work. If you still have complaints about what I'm doing, then you bring me some evidence stating that my way of raising Sky is not good enough for you and her. And then you'll get all the proof printed out for me and place it in a big folder and I'll have a look later, I guess. I'm gonna be late today.
All right.
By the way, my mom was pissed. From what she told me, you were slacking off with the cleaning today, weren't you?
Sky hasn't been feeling too well today.
Well, it's not like she has a fever or anything. You should have just left her with my mom.
I don't really want to say this, but I don't think Sky really likes your mom. She always yells at her about every little thing. And at times she'll start making fun of Sky and call her an idiot.
That's because you're not disciplining Sky enough. All you have to do is keep your daughter in line and then we'll stop having to yell at her all the time.
All Sky was doing one time was running around in the yard and your mom yelled at her. She yelled at her saying women don't run and that women shouldn't be laughing so loudly. I think your mom is being way too strict with her. It's like your mom is still living in the early 1900s or something. The way she's yelling at our daughter to act like she has to be this perfect woman and that she can't do things boys her age do.
My mom happens to be old, so we have to be respectful of that. Also, my mom happens to be in the flower arranging and tea parties, so she's a very ladylike woman.
I think your mom should really be getting herself someone that can help her. Have you guys even been telling your dad about the fact that I'm going over there to clean? Before this, your mom was going all crazy in front of your dad about how I had to go home one time to take care of Sky. Does she realize that as Sky continues to get older, I'm going to have to be home more often? It's already becoming a bit difficult for me to be over there cleaning all the time.
My mom just happens to have her own way of thinking. All she's been trying to do is retrain you so that you'll be a better woman and a better wife for me. All because you were never raised very properly to begin with.
Never raised properly to begin with?
Look, both your parents happen to be low-life scum, right? I get that you were able to make it into college, but they never raised you all the way that women should be raised. I suppose that has to do with them never going to any universities themselves and not working any jobs.
Huh? Is that what you've thought of them?
What? You actually thought that you were raised properly this whole time?
I've never thought about the way I was raised. I've just respected my parents for who they are and have always thought I had a fun and energetic childhood.
Oh, dang. Everyone around you was the same level as you mentally, so you never knew. Well, in my case, both my parents are from Harvard, and my dad happens to work for the same kind of large and powerful company that I do. Sorry about that. To some lowlife like you, all of this is just way too high level for you, huh?
You really are a dick, Peter.
You think of me as just one because you're such a lowlife yourself, right? That's all. Now, all I want is for you and the brat to listen to my mom and I, that's all. Or would you rather have me throw you both away?
Do you think I'd never choose to divorce you?
A brainless wife like you would never be able to choose divorce if you knew what was good for yourself. Do you really want to make your life harder by becoming a single mother? You already got a nice house right now. All you gotta do is clean and take care of the girl the right way.
I'm done with you. I'm not going to think about you anymore.
Go right ahead. I would rather you not think about me. All you need to do is take care of the brat and do the chores for myself and the parents. If you do those things, then I won't complain.
Peter, Sky and I are leaving your house.
Huh? Leaving my house? What are you talking about?
I'm saying we're getting a divorce.
Is this all because my mom has been getting on you about how you're raising a daughter again? I asked her to do that. I said, light a fire under Alicia's butt for me, would ya?
So that's why she came over to the house. But this isn't just because of your mom. This has to do with you being a constant dick as well.
And that's why you want a divorce now? You really are such a moron. Have you ever been thinking about how you're gonna live after you leave me?
I have thought about it, and that's why this divorce is happening.
Oh, is that so? Then you leave Sky here and go?
You wouldn't be able to take care of her yourself. All you'd do is talk to her every so often, and outside of that, the rest of the time you'd be yelling at her. You have no idea how to raise a child. You haven't been doing it with her so far.
Oh, I would just feel terrible for her staying in the house while you take all your things and leave her here with such depressing memories. So that's why my mom will take her.
And another reason why I want this divorce is because I don't want Sky being raised by you or your mom. All you guys do is yell, 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 trying to scare her into doing what you guys want. I have asked you many times before to stop all of that, yet you guys never listened to me. Just recently, when she wasn't able to finish all of her food, you pulled her hair out in anger.
Well, it's not like she got hurt by that. Don't you think it's her fault for acting out of line in the first place?
When it comes to kids, they are allowed to be a little out of line at that age. And this isn't about her having been hurt by that or not, because having one's hair pulled out sure as hell does hurt.
Shut up. If you want a divorce, then be my guest. But I happen to be that brat's father, so I am not giving up my custody of her. I'm the one who gets to decide how she's raised and what she learns. A low-life, no-good idiot woman like you doesn't get a say in any of that.
You guys are the low-life jackasses. Do you not even know your own parents?
Huh? Jackasses? You're the jackass, being born from two parents that resemble trash cans.
Then that makes you and your parents worse than trash, right? You're not even your dad's real child. You were born from some parasitic woman who manipulated him.
You're telling me that I'm not my dad's kid? What are you going on about now?
While I've been over at your parents' house every week cleaning it for them, I found your birth certificate. It was written right there. Your mom is really your mom, but your dad? I don't think so.
Stop trying to make up such weak lies to me.
I'm not lying, Peter. If you really want to believe that what I'm saying right now is a lie, then go and check with your mom about it really quick. I've already handed that birth certificate of yours to your dad.
Alicia, come to my parents' house right now. You come here right now and tell my dad that my mom never cheated on him, okay?
I have no reason to go there anymore.
If you don't come here and fix this for us right now, my parents are gonna get a divorce.
I don't care about that. Your parents have nothing to do with me. Right now, I want you to be thinking about this divorce. When are we going to meet and talk about the divorce in person?
Are you being serious right now?
You think I'd be lying about all of this? I am very serious.
I can't think about our divorce right now, okay? I'm starting to hear about how I might be the child of a man my mom cheated on my dad with.
Well, it sucks that you so happen to be a bastard child then. But that's just how things are now, right? You saw the paperwork.
But this can't be.
Then go get some DNA tests done. Then you'll be given the most clear answer in the results.
Dad already said that he's gonna look into it.
I'm sure. He was already a bit suspicious of your mom cheating on him back in the day. When they had first gotten married, they would get into fights about it. That's what he was telling me anyway. Your so-called dad. Now, remember how you were calling my parents jackasses? Who do you think has the real jackass parents now?
I won't say anything about how Sky is raised now, okay? You can raise her any way you want.
And?
I just want you to come back, and then I want you to go and tell my dad that you fabricated all my birth certificate and stuff and that it was all a lie. And then my dad would stop fighting with my mom over this, and then they can all stay together.
If your dad would be able to trust such an obvious lie like that from me, then he shouldn't be thinking about divorce right now. I think your dad has been thinking about all of this for a while now, and this is his perfect chance.
I get that, but I don't want things to end like that.
I don't care how you feel about them, and I'm sure he feels the same way. Another thing, I didn't choose to get this divorce over you wanting to raise Sky like your slave alone. Of course, the number one reason is making sure that she is raised with respect to herself. But you making fun of my parents by calling them lowlifes and the way you have handled things between your mom and I are also reasons why I want this divorce. You can say that I'm allowed to raise Sky however I'd like now, but I am not going back to you.
But up until now, we've all been living so well together, right?
I wouldn't call that living well. That was just Sky and I putting up with your moms and your crap this whole time. But we're not doing that anymore.
Dad just told me that I'm the kid of the mailman that always used to come to this house. I don't want to be known as that dude's kid.
So you're still going on about your parents' situation? All right then. Tell me what's so bad about being the son of a mailman. That's a pretty good job if you ask me.
I cannot be compared to such a lowlife. I am not his kid. You actually think I'm gonna believe that a guy that's like that has DNA inside of me?
Nobody really cares whether you like the truth or not right now. And here's the thing, I am really sick and tired of you talking about people like him in that way. Before you and I got married, you never spoke about others that way. But the moment you and I became husband and wife, you started judging people based on their jobs and who their parents are. And I'm sure you've been aware of just how rude some of the things you've said have been, right?
Well, after you married me and you became a part of this family, you know? I would never talk with you about things like that when you were just a girlfriend, so stop nitpicking me already.
From what I've seen, you deserve to be nitpicked. And honestly, I think it's your turn to be judged. I'm sure it's all fun and games making fun of other people and their parents. But how does it feel to be made fun of yourself when your mom is a cheating whore and you're a bastard child? Next time you want to try and judge other people's parents like that and make fun of them, think about who your parents are first.
Alicia, just come back here for the time being. My mom wants to apologize to you even, please.
Have you been listening to me, Peter? I already said that you and I are getting divorced. So why the hell would I listen to what you want me to do anymore?
No, I don't want a divorce.
Well, it's too late. I'm getting the divorce whether you like it or not. Even if it takes me months, even if I need to take this to court, I'm divorcing you.
Don't make me look bad like this.
You don't want to look bad? Well, if you don't want that, then perhaps you should have done a better job making yourself look decent. I'm really happy that I'm finally on my way out of this relationship to you.
Up until now, I've been living such a good life. If a divorce happens, all the people are gonna start thinking that something happened. They'll all want to know about it. I don't want to live with being divorced.
Oh, come on now, Peter. You're making a big deal out of something most people don't care about. But I'm sure this means a huge deal to you, considering you like to make fun of other people and their parents all the time. You've finally come around to realizing that you were the one raised improperly by two low-life parents. From there, Peter went and had a DNA test done on himself, and it was proven that his dad, sure enough, was not his real father. I thought it was already clear that he wasn't that man's son, but to Peter, that birth certificate wasn't enough, and he had to go that extra mile to make himself upset. Because of what was found out, Peter's dad ended up cutting ties to both his mom and him and leaving the house for good. This then led to the two getting a divorce, and once again, Peter was left having to focus on the divorce with me. We talked one more time about it, but having learned that he really was a bastard child, he had given up on himself and told me we could indeed get the divorce. I'm not really sure what ended up shocking him the most. Was it the fact that he learned that the man he had always bragged about being the son of wasn't really his father? Or was it that the wife he had always picked on finally divorced him? Well, whichever one it was, he sure has no strength to stand up for himself anymore, and went along with everything I wanted in the divorce. Perhaps he gave me full custody of Sky in the end because his parents were divorced now and they wouldn't be able to watch her for him. I never told this to Peter, but in my eyes, there is nothing wrong with him being the child of that mailman. And the fact that he called the man that was fooled into raising him his dad was not his fault and was totally warranted. But Peter probably doesn't care what I think about it all now because his parents are divorced and there's no going back. I just hope he doesn't take this so poorly for so long, as he's really too old to be worrying about what's happening to his mom and dad's relationship. He's out of their house now, and what they fight over has nothing to do with him whatsoever. But I suppose when you base your whole personality off of picking on others and on your parents being these two upstanding people, it must really hurt to know the truth. I'm not sure how he's going to go about living his life now in such pain, but I don't really care. As long as he continues to pay the child support, then I'm not going to complain. I think things will go fine for Sky and I, as long as he doesn't bother us about anything besides giving us money ever again. When it comes to myself, I have taken Sky and moved back into my parents' house. In order to bring in more money for my daughter and I've begun working more days each week as a teacher, which has led to me not being around my daughter as much. But because both my parents are still home to be around and care for her, she's able to live a fun and happy life. It's really starting to feel as though things are looking bright again for us. Seeing that life can be this good for us now really makes me regret not taking Sky away from that life with her fear-inducing grandma and dad a lot sooner. I understand that I'm not the perfect mother or anything, but I'm going to try my hardest to create an environment which inspires growth and learning for Sky, instead of one that only asks for one to listen and obey without ever thinking. I'm only thinking about my daughter and her smile from now on, and that's how I'm going to go about raising her. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.